Greetings YouTube, Emerald Bolt here. You're on the Angry Avatar channel. Hello, and today's video is going to be covering a few subjects. Fandom, the Pony Creator, and alicorns, because we all love and, well, no we don't love, we just generally hate alicorns. But anyway, that's something we'll get into. First of all, we're going to start off with fandom. Oh, yeah, too. Roll intro.
I used to wonder what friendship could be, until you all shared its magic with me.
And now the fandom. Now, many of us who have watched, well, if you're watching this and you love MLP, or you like MLP, or you like discussing MLP, whatever variously gets your your boat to float when it comes to the regards of the lore. Myself personally, I just watched the first episode and I just, well, fell in love with it. It just happens differently. We all like it for various reasons, but hell, it sucks you in and it gets you interested. But this raises the issue of fandom. Now, many people like to create an OC with their fandom itself, but you need to make sure that you're actually a fan enough in order to, well, have the will to create an OC. It's all well and good just to watch the show, and if you just watch the show and you're not that interested in the lore or the discussions or the theories about things and headcanon, then OCs may never necessarily be a good idea for you. You may not be involved enough for your character to be given life. So how do you tell whether you're enough of a fan in order for you to create an OC? Well, personally, my own way of telling that, and which you can apply to yourself, is to consider whether you would like to implant yourself within that universe. If you see yourself trotting around as a pony of a various, race, then you consider yourself more than just a fan of the series, but invested into the lore and the universe itself, which would warrant you to create an OC if you would like to. I have no doubt that there are many pony fans who do that kind of thing, but don't create an OC, which is perfectly fine. OCs are, well, optional. It's, although the original name is, original character, they're also an optional character. It's something whether you'd like to create within regards to MLP or anything in question that you're a particular fan of that's more than just regular fandom. Next, that moves on to my next point, which is the Pony Creator. Now, I've seen a lot of, well, hate for the Pony Creator. I can see why, and I guess I'll give you my few reasons why people don't like it that are a bit less biased against the Pony Creator. Now, you're looking at me right now and going, but Emeralds, you look like you're from the Pony Creator. Well, the answer is yes, I am from the Pony Creator. I use the Pony Creator to create me because the simple fact is, I don't possess particularly great artistic talent, and I don't have the money to pay an artist to create, my appearance, and I didn't want to invest the money, just for a particular segment that I'm trying out, essentially. But nevertheless, I used the current up-to-date version 3 of the Pony Creator to create me. Now, this isn't an original character, not an original character, because the simple fact is that anyone who gets on the OC could end up making me. Although, I was hoping, well, I like to think that my character is relatively unique, which is fine. But that's what annoys so much about the pony fandom, is when people plaster their OCs from the Pony Creator and going, this is OC, this is totally unique and totally me and blah 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 blah. Well, the simple fact is that it isn't. The OC can be recreated. Every aspect within that creation engine can be copied. So it isn't a true OC. It can be quite unique. I mean, I don't think there's anyone that looks like me. I haven't noticed anything anywhere. But there very well could be. the world is a large place, and the simple fact is that there may not be people that put themselves out onto YouTube, so I may not see them, but I'd like to think that I'm unique. But that's fine. I'm not too fussed about having a total uniqueness, which is not particularly important for me because I'm using this character to give you something to look at more than anything else. If I wanted to create a true OC, it wouldn't be for YouTube, or maybe it would be, who knows. But anyway, apart from the Pony Creator is a good tool to start off with. If you're a starting artist or you'd like to create your own character, you definitely should create something in the Pony Creator to have a basis to start. From there, you can edit it yourself, draw your own artistry, just using it as a reference. I'm quite happy to keep this because, well, I don't have much alternative. But don't. The main thing is don't post your OC creations on the various forums of the internet, because that's what annoys people a lot. I mean, like, a real lot. You want to piss off your fellow bronies, this is what you go along and do. But however, I really hope that that's not your intention. Now, the last subject I'd like to cover today is, well, Alicorn OCs. Now, I'm going to be using two examples. These are works created by other YouTubers who have, well, given me great inspiration on this subject. The first one was created by Mad Munction. Now, I'm not certain whether Mad Munction actually voices her or she's got a friend to do it, but it's this lovely lady here. Now, this is an example of a terrible OC, mind a terrible Alicorn OC. She doesn't have any weaknesses, she has no negative flaws, she's perfect in every single goddamn way and makes up the fifth bright, lovely princess of Equestria and pisses off the rest of the fandom to no extent. This is the problem with Alicorn OCs, but it can also be a problem with regular OCs such as Earth Ponies, Pegasi, or Unicorns, is you've got to give your character a fault. At least one fault. At least a major fault if you're giving them only one fault, but you've got to give them faults. You've got to make them, well, human. They've got to have a problem, something wrong with them. Anything. For example, the OC I've created here, she's rather afraid about letting her friends down. Actually, she's petrified about it. And she's also terrified about trying to make new friends. When she makes a friend, she's a fast friend, and she'll do anything to stop them from getting hurt. But she's a bit of a clumsy fool beforehand. And, she has great difficulty in social skills. That's some of her worst traits. She's got a few more in-depth ones, but those are just some examples I'm going through. A great example of a pony OC that I would like to demonstrate would be, who's also an Alicorn, is Lightning Bliss. Now, she put 4 months into her character development and created an Alicorn OC that has problems, and is, within the lore background, minor enough to get away with not being noticed on the show, if you think about it logically. Watching one of her episodes explaining how she created her OC would be a great example to follow if you were to create your own Alicorn OC. But also, she gives some great examples as you just show creating OCs in general. Because despite the fact that people create Alicorn OCs for various reasons, you need to put just as much effort into creating regular OCs as that of an Alicorn. Alicorns, I do admit, require more effort, because the simple fact is that there are very few within the universal lore. I mean, in the show, there's only 4 that we know of. Well, possibly. I mean, we have seen a few Royal Guard or Alicorns, although everyone thinks or likes to say that they are animation errors. Hell, I'd like to be the positive and think that there's actually, Alicorn guards. That would be kind of cool. Maybe they're Shining Armor's lieutenants or something. Who knows? But the simple fact is that you need to put a lot of detail into your OC, and you need to do doubly so, if not triply so, if you were to come up with an Alicorn OC. Lightning Bliss is a great example. You should, well, think of her and take some inspiration from her creation if you'd like to create an Alicorn OC. Now, apart from all of that, that's what I'd like to have talked about this segment. If you'd like to comment, please do. The comment section is right down there to the bottom of the page. Please post what you think. And until next time, You've been with the Emerald Bolt. And laters.